Are you following me on Lions Nation Unite app? If not, that's crazy. Go ahead and download the app, lionsnationunite.com. Download it and follow me at MicroMike. I'm dropping original content on that application. It is not on YouTube. It's not on any other social media site. It's specifically just for that app. So if you like live streams, you like getting something that's different from YouTube, go ahead and follow me on there. In this video, we're breaking down Bleacher Report trade. They did it for all 32 teams, and of course our Detroit Lions are on there. We're going to see if the trade is good, if the trade is bad, should the Lions even look towards that, and all of it. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to walk up to a downed power line and say, hey, I just want to put my teeth on there, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get shocked. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get crispy. Let's get into today's Lions trade.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and the YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
Would Brad Holmes make any sort of trade? I think it's possible. We've seen what he has done so far with the Detroit Lions. He traded for Jared Goff, Michael Brockers. In this draft, we went from 32 to 12. He did the Trinity Benson trade last year, so he's a guy who's always looking for something. You could trade away players, he could trade for players. So this article is somewhat relevant from that standpoint, because this guy is always looking for ways to acquire talent. So that's going to be the question for this video. It's going to be the pinned comment. Should the Detroit Lions even make any sort of trade? We're talking about a low-level trade, maybe player v. player in training camp, or if you want to be an aggressive person, do a bigger trade from there. Let me know in the comment section below Y for yes and N for no. Bleacher Report's article, it was their trade idea, and we're going to talk about it right now. Their trade idea was simple. The Detroit Lions trade Michael Brockers and a 2023 second-round pick for Daron Payne, defensive tackle. That's what they wanted to do here. It's a bold move for sure, because a second-round pick is a big deal. If you want to know who Daron Payne is, he is a defensive tackle from the Commanders there. He's 25 years old, 6'3", 311 pounds. He was drafted in 2018 in the first round, pick 13. He's actually a pretty good defensive tackle. Why would he be traded? Well, there's some issues going on there with the Commanders over there. Doesn't look like that they're going to go ahead and give him a contract, or, after the rookie deal. And if you're the Commanders, do you really want to let a first round pick who in 2018 go in free agency and all you get is a comp third round pick? It doesn't make a lot of sense. That'd be a bad deal. So what they can do is trade him away to another team and get something in return. They also got a really good defensive line over there for the Commanders. We all know it. They got Chase Young, got Montez Sweat. They're stacked there. So they can afford to get rid of a Payne. In exchange, they get a player in Michael Brockers and a draft pick. What did Payne do last year? Not too bad for an interior defensive tackle here. It's 35 solo tackles, 4.5 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. You're not going to see, he's not Ndamukong Suh, but he's a damn good defensive tackle. And if the Detroit Lions wanted to completely finish this defensive line, you put him, Levi Muzurike, Aleem McNeil together along Aidan Hutchinson, Romeo Okwara. You got Julian Okwara in there as well as Harris. Good God. You're going to have to worry for the Lions. The Lions were pretty bad stopping the run. Payne is pretty good doing that. He brings the pain. No doubt this guy has ability. He has a lot of strong points to his game. One being that he doesn't miss time, folks. So far in the NFL, he's only missed one game. One game. And if you look at the Lions, what's the issue for the Detroit Lions? We miss many games. A lot of players are getting injured. Now, you may say, why more players on the defensive line? You got Paschal, again, you got Aidan Hutchinson, you got Harris, you got Akwara, you got the interior with Lee McNeil, Levi, who just talked about it. Because when it comes to the defensive line, you can never have enough of players or rotation. So a lot of these big fellas, they get tired easy, and you want to be able to continue to be effective all the way into the fourth quarter. We've seen where the Lions have lost in the fourth quarter. We have a lead, we lose it. We've seen it many times. And having a rotation like that, like if you look at other teams, it's extremely effective going for taking it to the next level. And that's 100% facts. You know, other teams like the Rams, we've seen with the Detroit Lions back in the past, we had a hell of a defensive line, continue rotation. You see with the Commanders right now. That's what they have. If you like content and you like off-season content, then you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I'm dropping content nearly every single day. Maybe one day I miss a day off. But go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest for the Detroit Lions. For me, do I think they make this trade? I don't think that they would make this trade. And I personally think they shouldn't make this trade. I believe the Lions should build through the draft. Now, if they want to throw a third-round pick instead of second-round pick for Daron Payne, I'm for it. I'd do a third-round pick, but a second-round pick is high. I'd do the third-round pick of Michael Brockers. I'm fine with getting away from Michael Brockers. He's older. He's not the future for the Detroit Lions. We all know that. And that's just a given, folks. We already know that. But it's more of the draft capital. You would have to extend Daron Payne. You have to give him a contract extension if we was to trade for him. And that's going to be pricey, but that's okay because the Lions do have capital. Specifically for next year, we have a lot of cap space for the upcoming years. So doing a long-term deal for him would have no issues. You can put a lot of that money for 2023 and going forward. They could do that. It's just getting players in the draft. That's how you build. You build through the draft. We've seen it now the last 2 years, how we completely changed the Lions roster, and it's through the draft. Now, you may say the Lions have had the curse in the second round, so why not give a second round? That is true, but it's not something you can really hang your hand on and be intangible. At some point, you got to hit on these picks. You got to hit on your second round picks. And, you know, we got Levi and Uzurika. We got last year. He should be doing well. We got Joshua Paschal. We got this year. So from there, I'd just say trust Brad Holmes in the drafting for right now. But third round pick, I'd do it for a third or later. Second round, I would not. What would you guys do? Would you do this trade at all? Would you do a different type of compensation package for a Daron Payne? Let me know in the comment section. I just think it's important to save some of this capital and, you know, be smart. Be smart in about the draft. You know, when we did the Trinity Benson trade, that one hurt us because we lost 2 draft picks. And right now, he's not paid up for it. He's not lived up to giving those draft picks to him. So I would say for a second, no. Third, yes. Folks, I tell you what, man, we got a lot of content coming on here. And tomorrow, video dropping. Thursday, the One Pride podcast. Been doing the show for 2 years now, every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Now, times may, you know, go a little bit earlier, a little bit behind. But it's on Thursdays every single time. That's what we do here on this channel. So get ready for that. And get ready for a lot of good content and ready for training camp. Training camp will be breaking down daily what's going on there. And, of course, the regular season. With that said, folks, adios.